Good evening and good morning, wherever you're watching from today. I just want to say greetings. Bring you greetings from LKM, Kingdom Living, Leslie's Lessons Learned. And I'm so excited for my guest today. She's going to be talking to us about how to take care of our feet, skin, and nails. So I'm just excited about that. I want to welcome everyone as you come in. We're just going to chat a bit, and we hope that you gain something from the chat as we go forth. And TT, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can just tell us a little about you, what you've been doing, how long you've been doing it, and tell us your name correctly.
Hello, everyone, wherever you are in the globe. My name is Titilayo Bankole, the Global Manicures. I've been intentionally taking care of men and women for the past 32 years, to be exact. I've been in this line of work since I was 19. Um,
Wow.
yeah. Since I was 19. So it has progressed over the years, over decades. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Miss Leslie, for having me as your guest.
Oh,
I
I'm
look forward
more
to
than
sharing some
happy.
information with everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. And, we've been talking about on Leslie's Facebook Live how to self care. So I thought it was a perfect time and to have you come on and tell us how to take care of our nails. We talked about our hair, we talked about nutrition, we talked about different things, but we have not talked about the feet. So first of all, I'm honored that you came on. Took time out of your busy schedule. She had to fit me in, y'all. And and you're here today. But you know what I forgot to say, TT? I
What?
forgot to tell you to hook up your channel, so those that are watching from that that watch you and follow you could see you as well.
I don't know how to do that. They can wait. I'll just repost this. We good.
So if you want to just start with, oh, you know how you usually start. TT was doing this Zoom on every first Monday,
Yeah, every first Monday.
which I kept forgetting about. I did make the first one, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to do my skin, what to put on my skin, get rid of the Vaseline.
Oh my God, that
You went out.
Vaseline.
You're going in and out.
Are you frozen?
Am I? Is it on my end? Keep talking. Am I frozen? What happened? So we lost her for a minute. She'll be right back. I'm not sure if it's my end or her end, but I'll just keep talking till she comes back. So she's been in the business for 32 years. She's gone from doing hair to doing nails to doing feet. And she just doesn't do just you just don't come in like you would a regular salon and just get your feet done. She takes care of your feet. And she was getting ready to tell us something, and I'm going to let you finish. I just was waiting for you to come back.
I can't even remember what I was going to say. However,
We was
obviously, it's going to be good.
Yes, yes, yes. If we were, you were getting ready to talk about what did I mentioned something about your Mondays, and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Vaseline.
oh yeah, Vaseline, my favorite.
So, Vaseline has been a staple in our community of African Americans because that's all we had afforded to us in the beginning. Hey, Alfreda. And I say that because, we are very resourceful. Our community of men and women that are African Americans, we are very resourceful. So Vaseline took care of our skin. Vaseline took care of wounds. Vaseline took care of a lot of things.
Everything.
A lot of things. Vaseline is petroleum jelly. It is something that petrol, gas. So, you know, what that does, it conserves. Vaseline conserves. So when you put Vaseline on, all of you, I want you, if you're at home or when you get home, I want you to take Vaseline and put it on your hands before you wash dishes. Use that as opposed to wearing gloves. You know why? Because it will protect your skin from the detergents that we use to wash dishes. It's chemical. Can you hear me, Miss Leslie?
I can.
Okay, so it's a chemical. So nothing will penetrate in, nothing will go in, and nothing will come out. Another thing that Vaseline is good for if you have a blister on your foot from wearing shoes and it's rubbed and you don't want to burst the blister, my recommendation is to use Vaseline for that. What that's going to do is going to draw out that particular liquid from that swelling from this what's in the skin and the surface. So it's going to pull it out.
So wait a
Um,
minute. Hold up. You
yes,
said if you have blisters,
a blister, not
like on the
a
back of your foot.
like the back. You know how sometimes when you wear shoes and it rubs and it rubs and it rubs all day long, then you have this blister on there. You can use it for that.
Okay.
hmm
It's
The other
interesting.
thing Vaseline is good for your lips in the winter. So it's an emollient in a sense. Um, if you have a cut on your lip, a cold sore, use Vaseline for that because what it does, it draws things out, but it also protects your skin for something to go into your skin to do you harm. So, and men and women that box, they put Vaseline on their face so that the boxing gloves can slide off their skin.
Wait. Let's take
Yeah,
it to the hood. No, I'm just kidding.
you so funny. It's not the hood, but that's a technique that people use to
Take off
protect
them,
their
put that
skin.
Vaseline on, take
Listen,
them earrings off.
hey Ashley, hey Jackie. So yeah, that's what Vaseline is good for. But Vaseline is not good, in my opinion, if it's something that if you don't have anything else and you just have Vaseline, by all means use it. However, you will get better results by using recommended creams, lotions, and oils that's going to help to emulsify your skin, hydrate your skin, and protect your skin from anything that is coming against your skin. So let's just say you've been wearing your shoes all day with no socks and you perspire, right? You take those shoes off and you have perspiration left in those shoes. What are you going to do? If you got Lysol at home, spray in your shoes to kill the bacteria. But then also wash your feet.
Mm.
Wash your feet, dry between your toes, and put some cream on. Yeah, Vaseline has a lot of potential, a whole lot of potential. However, remember too, Vicks Vapor Rub also has uh, Vaseline technology in it. However, within the Vicks Vapor Rub, what did we use the Vicks Vapor Rub back in the day for?
Let me tell you, I still use it.
Do you
My
swallow it?
Oh no, no,
But
no,
you've never
no,
you've never swallowed Vicks
no,
Vapor
because
Rub.
I saw something. No, I never did, but I saw something that said, "Do not do that." Do
Okay, well,
not do that.
exactly. But I'm gonna tell you something. Our forefathers, grandmothers back in the day used to swallow Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah, not
See,
interested.
I'm just
But
saying. See,
yeah,
Jackie said she has, and there's a reason why. But
okay, Pastor Jackie.
so but you don't have to do that this day and time. There are other things that you can do to get the inflammation from inside of you so that you don't ingest that type of technology. And that's the same thing about why. I love what I do because there are things that I started out using early on in my career that I don't use anymore because they're not, there are more benefits to advanced technology because things change. Things change, we change, the environment changes. So you have to go with the times. Because let's
Okay.
just say in our community, we don't like to go to the doctor. That has to change. That has to change. We cannot fear going to the doctor by finding out what could be potentially wrong with us to help us become better, or what can we do to find out to keep us healthy. So that's why when people come to me, I always recommend that they go to a podiatrist to find out what's going on with their feet and their hands. So a dermatologist deals with the skin, right? And they know everything about the skin because that's their specialty. So anything, because skin is our largest organ. So if you have any ailments going on with your skin, you would go to a dermatologist, right? However, if you come to me and I see that something is going on with your feet and your hands, right? It's driven from your skin. So I always ask the clients, what are you using? If they tell me I use Vaseline intensive care, or I use shea butter, or I use olive olay, or anything that kind of like suspends something. When I say suspend, if you picture a tray of ice, right? Picture of tray of ice and you put water in it, right? Before you put it in the freezer for it to what? Freeze.
Freeze.
That is a form of suspension.
Say so. What's the form of
Suspension,
suspension?
where it holds it in place.
The Vaseline. The
Yes,
what?
it hold whatever it is, it holds it in place. So if you
Okay.
put Vaseline on your hand right now, if you're home, if you got Vaseline near you, you put Vaseline on your hands and you put your hands in water. You take your hands
With the
out of water.
cells.
What's on top of that Vaseline?
Yeah.
It suspends it. It's
Yeah.
not going to penetrate at all.
Right.
So think about that. That means if you press fire in your body, the toxins can't come out.
Mm.
You didn't think about that.
No.
But when it comes to blisters, what does it do?
It'll.
It draws it out.
So the pus and stuff, it'll draw it
Yes,
out.
it draws the pus out. It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. So you have to know these things. And so for me, I understand these things because I see it all the time. I see it all the time. So when people come to me and they've had any type of injury done to their fingers, or for instance, sometimes people bite their fingernails
Hmm.
and they don't file their fingernails, they just a nail biter, they can cause themselves to have an infection.
Mm.
They can cause themselves to have an infection, and a lot of times when that happens, they have to go get their and it blisters up. Now that you can't put Vaseline on because it's been highly infected to where you need medical treatment.
Right. Right. Right.
And then when that happens, you
That's
have to
really
go.
biting it down to the
That
skin.
you're
No.
biting it down, and then you've come in contact with so many different things that you pick stuff up,
Right. Right.
and it causes a blister, and then the blister and the finger swells up,
Wow.
and it causes a reaction
Wow.
because you disrupt the microorganisms that's living on skin to be uh unharmonious, as I will say. What did I actually say? I notice about Vaseline when I sweat. That's why I just use it for my lips. Okay. The mouth is yes, mouth is dirty, but mouth is not the issue. It's people touching things all over the place. People putting their hands on the door, the car door, picking up your purse. I don't care. Cleanse your hands. That's what's dirty. Your mouth is not necessarily dirty. It is the things that you touch. So, what's the other thing I want to talk about?
So since you brought that up, and I stopped using Vaseline because when I was on one of your trainings, you said get rid of the Vaseline. So I still got it, but I don't. I still got it. I'm gonna keep my Vaseline, but I don't use it.
You're going to keep the Vaseline, but use the Vaseline for your hands. So, that is your liquid glove. That's your
So
liquid glove.
for my hands, you said.
Yeah. When you want to wash dishes instead of, because I know
Oh,
you don't put gloves on to wash dishes.
how you
How
know?
many of
No,
you on
no.
here? How many on here? How many of you on here use gloves to wash dishes?
I used to. We all used to use them because that
Mm.
was a girl thing. That was a woman's thing. You wasn't cute unless you had your gloves on because you had to keep your nails in place. You had to, yes, that right there. Keep the gloves on.
So these are cotton gloves. They're all kinds of gloves. So these are cotton gloves. So remember back in the day, people would wear white gloves. These are two different gloves. Ladies, invest in some cotton gloves and put it on your hands before you go to bed. She said, I stopped using gloves. They got on my nerves. I do not use gloves. Okay.
Oh,
If you want to conserve your hands, because I want to conserve my hands, I wear gloves at night before I go to bed. And sometimes I'm real sassy when I go out and I'm driving. I want to go to the gasoline station. Instead of using those plastic vinyl gloves, get some cotton gloves and use those gloves to pump your gas.
see, I can't do that. I can't be messing up no white gloves like that.
No, it's not. How's it messing it up?
Cause it'll get gas and stuff on it.
Well, it's
Mm-mm.
protect. Guess what? You're protecting your hands, and guess what? You're
What?
saving the earth by washing them in the laundry and reusing them.
All right, you right, you right, you right. You got me there. But listen, Tiffany said, uh, those are Ursula's gloves. Those are Ursula's gloves.
Ah! You mean Michael Jackson? He was the originator.
No, he was not the originator. Okay,
Oh, I'm
let's not
sorry.
go there. No,
Who
he was not
was?
the originator, but he took it over and ran with it, and it went well. But was his glove white?
Michael Jackson? Oh, they were glitter.
So anyway, this is good because I got some Vaseline over there in the nightstand. So the thing of it is though I'm gonna get me some white gloves because it makes sense. If we're willing to put white socks on our feet at night to protect our feet, why not put white gloves on? But then I can't scratch my nose, scratch my back
In your sleep?
in my sleep.
Okay, so we got a remedy for that.
But wait a minute, where you buying white gloves from these days?
Everything on Amazon, they say.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't sell white gloves. I don't have that on my
I just need
list.
the info. If you telling me to wear them, I need the info. That's all.
White gloves. Just Google white gloves and get them cotton gloves. So so when I was talking about the dermatologist, a dermatologist is really good to have on your list of professional specialists to go to just to get a checkup because you never know.
Really?
Because yes, absolutely. Because as we mature in age, you want to make sure you still have that elasticity in your skin and don't wait until something goes wrong. You don't want to do that. You want to live a preventative life.
Okay.
So, how do you do that? Drinking plenty of water, drink tea,
Hmm.
exercise so that you can release the toxins through your skin. Only utilize products that's going to help emulsify your skin.
So before you go any further, you have products that people can
Absolutely.
yeah get from you. And before
Yes.
we get off, I want you to talk about that. uh, what they can get. I love
Okay.
the mousse. I love
You
the
love
mousse.
the moose. The moose
Oh my
technology
God.
is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
And so, if you guys go on my website, I don't know if you can put that
I
in
put it
the.
in the chat. I mean, in the description. Your
Oh,
web.
you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
You know what?
wonderful.
Um, Go ahead, keep talking. I just thought about something.
Okay, so you go on my website, www.theglobalmanicures.com. It is my mission that I know now that it's important that my community of men and women understand the importance of taking care of their skin. And so because I am not just a licensed um nail professional, I'm a avid advocate for caring for yourself. And how do you do that? You do that by way of using products that's going to be helpful to the maturity and your growth of your skin. Because things happen. What people don't realize is this: when you're hydrated, you're able to heal faster. When you're hydrated, you're able to sleep well. When you're hydrated, you're able to bounce back. If you notice, and when you're hydrated, you don't get scars so easily. You're not easily scarred. But when you're dehydrated, it takes a long time for anything to heal. It affects your nervous system, it affects your bones, it affects your tendons, and it affects your muscles. Hydration does not just come from the water that we drink, it also comes from the foods that we eat and the
Mm,
products that we wear on our skin. Now, if you don't believe me, I want you to test this out. This is definitely free information. I would recommend that you guys go and purchase grapeseed oil that
that's
you
fine.
cook with,
Mm-hmm.
not the grapeseed oil that you buy for your skin. I want you to purchase the grapeseed oil that you cook with,
Mm.
and that it's in a can. And I
Oh, it's
want
in the
you,
can.
it's in a
Oh
can.
yeah, okay. You want that kind?
Yes. And
Okay.
I want you to use that on your skin before you get in the shower. And I want you to take a shower. And then while you're in that shower, I want you to shower yourself from head to toe. Then, before you get out that shower, I want you to take the temperature of that shower, and I want you to make that shower temperature to be as cool as you could take it, because you're going to close your pores. When you make that water as cool as you can take it, rinse off really, really well, get out of the shower, pat yourself dry with the towel,
Hmm.
pat your feet, go in between your feet, your toes, and everything. Put the grapeseed oil back on. What you're creating is you are rejuvenating your skin to turn over so that if anything happens to your skin throughout the day, your skin will respond in a way that it will heal quicker. So if you can't eat it, don't wear it.
Don't wear it.
Don't wear it. You can eat grapeseed oil so you can wear it.
Hmm.
Now, the products that are on my site, grapeseed oil is not on my site. However, I do have a product that is coming out that is specifically formulated by a chemist that, not me, because I don't do no cooking in the kitchen with no products because I don't want to be held liable for any type of infractions that might or allergens that might take place when people use these homemade products. But the product that I have coming out is a nail oil. And this nail oil has the base is grapeseed oil. It has no nuts in it, just like no nuts. Is it no nuts by the child team childs? They don't have any nuts in their mix.
No
So
nuts.
no
That's right.
nuts. So there's no nuts in
Hmm.
my oil. So
Ah, we're
yep,
gonna
that'll
have
be
to set up a whole website of no nut stuff.
I mean, I'm going to make sure that I say, hey guys, here you go. No nuts. So, yeah, my oil has no nuts in it. It's the base oil is grapeseed oil because I believe in healing. I believe that you'll be able to eat it. But I'm not eating the oil because it has lemongrass in it.
Are you allergic to it or you just don't like it?
I don't know what it would do if I did the lemongrass. I'm gonna have to ask her.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to ask her. But I believe you can. But
Okay.
it had what it have? It had tea tree oil in it at first. I was like, "Ooh, it's too pungent."
Okay.
So my point in saying that too is I'm just an advocate of product that you can eat, but these other products that I recommend for your hands and feet, you cannot eat. However, you can it's safe to use on your hands and feet. So if you go on my website, there are products on there that you'll be able to utilize that'll help to soften your skin. It'll help you recover from cracked heels. It'll help you to recover from discoloration toenails. If you have thick toenails, it'll help to minimize the thickness.
Yeah, and I
Also,
didn't know you can minimize the thickness.
yes, you
I
can.
heard that, but I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes, you can minimize it. But you have to consistently use the product and you have to get a waterless foot care service because not all pedicures are equally the same.
So that's what I'm eager to hear about the that portion of it. Because for one thing, one of the things you talked about was staying in the tub a long time, soaking your skin a long time, and you showed us what it does to your skin. And I just want you to talk a few minutes about that because I thought that was so interesting when you demonstrated to us what happens to our skin. And a lot of people don't understand that or know that. But just before you go any further, please like, share, and subscribe so that you know when I'm coming live. I thank you so much. Also, go to TT's page so that you can get more information. And I want to give a shout out to Pastor Jackie. She's out of the UK for being on here today. And the rest of you, our 1212 community and my family, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'm sure we appreciate it.
We
We're
do.
glad
Thank
you're here.
you.
So I just wanted to throw that in there before you went any further. So you can
Go,
continue.
Leslie. Go, Leslie. Go, Leslie. Okay, y'all. I had to get wait a minute. Go, Leslie. Go, Leslie. This is her show, and I just want to thank
Oh
Miss
my
Leslie for
God.
having me on here because
Thank you for coming.
she's amazing. She talking about, oh, I'm trying, but she doing more than try. So yes, to talk about leaving your feet in water way too long, here is why I say, first and foremost, I stopped using water for pedicures the December of 2019.
Mhm.
Once I saw, once I went to a course for 4 days, I went to a master class to become a master pedicurist. And sometimes when people say, oh, you could become a master pedicurist, this, that, and the third, if you take this course, I had my reservations when I first heard about it. However, I noticed in my line of clients that there were some things that were happening, and that means that for me that meant that I needed to do something different. And I because I have my finger on the pulse of my business. And I had two clients that no, I had one client who was coming to me every 2 weeks getting her feet done, but I couldn't understand why her skin on her feet would sloth like a lizard. And I would say, what are you doing? One, she went from being normal to a diabetic. So that was one thing. And then I will ask her, do you wash your feet? Now, if you are on here and you go and get your feet done and they're using a cheese grater, like an instrument that appears to look like an instrument that they use in the kitchen, know that that's not going to help you. It's going to
So
cause more issues than not.
our apostle always says, ladies, please stop letting them use the cheese grater on your feet.
Because the thing is, you think by them using that instrument to remove the tissue off of your feet that it's going to make it smooth. it might appear to be smooth initially, but the reality is this. If you put your elbow up, right? Just think about it. Put your elbow up and you see the forearm of your elbow, right? And you take anything and you scrape it across there like this. Just the instrument. You see how that's white? See how that's white? Kind of ashy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if I took a instrument to remove my skin, what that's going to do? It's going to cut me. It's cutting into your skin of your feet. So that means it has become raw. It's raw now. So now it's opened. So then once the water evaporates from it, right? It's going to create a scab. So then you've created a wound, right? Now the wound
Do
is,
you know it?
you don't know it because people think that a wound, they don't know a wound is what we call a callus. Once the callus is developed, the callus creates a covering to protect itself. That's like a scab covering the wound once you scrape your arm. Correct me if I'm
Really?
wrong.
Oh, I don't know because I'm listening to you now and I'm thinking about it. So that is quite interesting. What you're saying is quite interesting because what about the calluses that come when you wear heels on the side of your toes?
That's a different type of form. So
Okay.
that is what we call pressure. After you walk, it's rubbing, right? So this is the ball, this is the bottom of my hand. So right here across your hand. So hold your hand up and you feel
So
across here
yeah,
the
like if
pad,
you work, if you do that manly work, I'm saying manly work, but if you do
or hold
hard
a
work
weight.
and then you get the blisters across
You get
here,
a callus. You know why? Because the bone needs to be protected. So the tendon and the muscle that's between the skin that you can see with your naked eye and what's behind that skin is no more padding. So the padding gets developed to protect the bone and the tendons in your hand. That's the same thing with the bottom of your feet and the ball of your foot. The more pressure, or if you're carrying excessive weight onto your feet, there's a callus that is developed to protect the bone, the muscle, and the tendon. Because if not, what happens? You get pain. So think about men and women that have to have hip replacements and knee replacements is because of the tendon is
right?
gone.
They're rubbing and the bone is
It's
rubbing.
bone to bone. So they have to get that replaced. So now we don't have robotic fingers or robotic toes for it to be replaced. So it creates a callus. So that's why when you go to a person that is informed, they're able to recommend products to hydrate the skin and recommend supplemental items like a foot pad, an insert, or you go to a podiatrist to get an insert customized for your shoes so that you can protect the metatarsals, because what it is, the metatarsals have fallen down, so it needs to be lifted up so that it has a padding.
Y'all hear that? The metatarsals.
Metatarsal, the it's the padding on the bottom of the foot. Matter of
Uh-huh.
fact, so this part here is the metatarsal, and if this doesn't have protection, right, you start creating calluses here at the bottom. So that's the metatarsal
What about
right
on the
there.
side of the toe? The big
The
toe.
bunion,
Not the bunion, but a callus.
Well, the callus is happening. Again, calluses are developed when there is not enough support. If you don't have support, a foot insert is a support. A padding is a support. That's a supplement. It's a support. If you don't have the support and if you don't know to get the support, then you'll have issues. Then you'll start having knee issues. You might have an Achilles heel issue. You might have a plantar fasciitis issue
What's
because
that?
you don't. Plantar fasciitis is when there's inflammation on the bottom of your foot and it feels like your feet are burning.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but you can get a lot of this information from my website because I've created a guide to help you take care of your feet at home. If you do not feel the need to invest in a informed manicurist like myself, and it's on my website. You can download it for free, cost you nothing. And you can become a part of my community because I send out
yes.
weekly emails to help you with that. So, getting back to the skin and water, which is why I stopped. So, this right here is a sponge. You said you dealt with that, Ashley? Oh my goodness. So, hopefully, it's gone. What about your heel of your feet? So, I don't know. You have to clarify that and I can answer you. So,
I
this is
think
a
she's been having problems with her heels and a lot of pain. Um,
have you gone to the doctor?
yeah, she's under doctor's care.
What the doctor say?
I don't remember what the
Who,
doctor.
Ashley?
No,
Ashley.
Alfreda.
Alfreda. Okay, I need to know so I can help out more.
Ashley said she didn't,
She's,
but she's good.
she said she did. I did. She
Oh,
went to
she
the doctor.
did.
Mhm. Yeah, plantar fasciitis. Okay, so plantar fasciitis. You how you can help remedy that is a few things. Don't take offense, but I'm gonna say it. You have to get rid of some weight. One, two. You get a water bottle, put it in the refrigerator, make sure it's cold, and roll it on the bottom of your feet when you have a flare up. Then you have to say like this is your foot. This is the bottom of your foot. You have to do the dorsal flex. You got to do the exercises as often as you can. As often as you can, even when you don't feel like it. And you have to elevate your feet. You have to stay off your feet and you have to
Repeat that part right there again. Stay off your feet.
stay off your feet.
And what about the type of shoes you wear?
Right. So you can't wear shoes that are going to restrict your feet. If they're too tight, that's not good. If they're too loose, that's not good. They have to fit just right. So that means you need a insert from your podiatrist. It's gonna cost you some extra money from the doctor, but they're specifically for you and they have to fit the particular shoe that you wear the most. And you must switch out your shoes. So you can get I do have some inserts, some temporary inserts that you can use for different shoes that'll help the padding of the bottom of your feet and can help to alleviate some of that friction. You said TT add us what I have. Okay. But yeah, and if you're in a process of losing weight, don't quit. Don't quit at all. Just make sure you do the dorsal flex exercise, meaning you rotate your ankles, you flex your feet. Even if you sit on the floor, lay your back on the floor, put your feet on the wall and push against the wall. Push against the wall to help with the tension and the stress. And try to change your habits of food. Change the relationship with your food.
I know one of the things I had to change. I used to eat a lot of starch,
Mm.
and my feet would hurt me so bad.
Really?
Oh
That's that
my God.
sugar.
I couldn't hardly walk. And this lady said to me in church, she said, "Do you eat a lot of starch?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Get off the starch." When I got off the starch, the pain stopped. And
What
I
was the what kind of starch were you eating?
French fries, potato, and I ate a lot of potatoes and rice. Just anything with starch that I ate, I got off of it, and the pain went away. But when I tell you um, pain that almost made you cry, that's how that pain was. I could hardly walk, but when I got off the starch, the
Mm-hmm.
pain went away.
Got it. So yeah, Alfreda, that exercise with the water bottle will help. This makes do not freeze the water. Just make sure the water is cold and just roll it on the bottom of your feet, and you should feel some relief. Um,
See how we do? They you give us advice and we say, "Well, I ain't doing that." She talking about, but not the not with the bottle.
so I want to show you this last thing before we
Yes,
wrap these things up. So
yes,
this is your skin. This is your skin without water. You see how thin that is? This is what happens when you go and get your feet done. So even your body, if you soak in the tub, this is what happens to skin. Your skin opens up, it expands. What it opens up and expands to is what you decide to put in it, what you decide to put on it, if you decide to put anything at all. But whenever your skin comes in contact with water, this is what happens to your skin. It expands. Now, you got to determine whether or not you want your skin to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. How do you do that? You do that by using products that's going to help keep your elasticity and collagen intact. Not just with products on the outside, but with the foods that you take on in the inside. And so, what I always tend to tell my clients is, like I told you earlier, start off with grapeseed oil because it's a natural antioxidant and you can eat it, right? And so then you have the products on the outside. Now, when I said Vaseline, I only recommend Vaseline when you want to wash dishes and do house chores. That's it, because that's going to keep your hands protected from the chemicals and stuff like that. Now, when it
mm,
comes to products that I said to use for home care, when you get out the shower, the products that I have listed in the Ultimate Foot Care Guide are the products that I recommend. And also, if your doctor has you on some type of special product that's going to help your skin, say like if you're dealing with dermatitis, or if you have eczema, or if you have some type of allergen from anything prescribed from the doctor, I just recommend that you ask your doctor how long you have to be on those prescriptive drugs and what is the root cause of the dermatitis, the eczema, and or allergen. Because some people have gotten an allergy from acrylics put on their toes or their fingers because of the excessive use of the product touching their skin.
you
So
said allergies?
allergies, yeah, you can get a skin allergy from like chemicals that are used in nail products. If people are touching your skin with the product, or acetone, because sometimes some of these new nail technicians see the word or the product acetone at like the hardware store, and they can get it a big gallon of it at a inexpensive price, and they
That's
use
different,
it.
right?
Huh?
Is that different than what you get in the store?
I don't know how different it is, but it's in the hardware store.
Wow.
So I don't use it. I've only used the acetone from the hardware store to remove nail polish off my garage floor.
Right, right.
That's what I used it for. But it's there. What's that? No man, no. What she said? This has been very good and informative. I'll make it okay. Yeah. That's right. You got to make it my business to learn something new every day. And just being on Miss Leslie's show right now just actually added value to what I'm going to begin doing with my community of people, men and women that want to learn more about how to take care of their hands and feet at home. And it's all about being informed so that you can make a decision based upon the knowledge that you know. See,
Right.
it's one thing if you don't know, then people can just tell you anything. And so then you're out there buying products and then you stop using it because it didn't do what you thought it would do for you. Well, I'm here to minimize that. Here's the thing, if and when you're buying products over the counter, there is an expiration date once you open those products.
Right.
There's no transition from that, period. You open a product today, if it says 6 months, that's the expiration date.
I probably need to throw everything out then.
Absolutely. If you have products in your cabinet for however long
Yeah.
and you haven't used it, throw it in the trash. There is it's not going to necessarily show you like this is the expiration date. If it does show you the date, fine. But there's 9 times out of 10, there is a symbol on the bottle. I know on products that I purchase in retail, I always show the clients, it shows like this one says 6 months. This is over 6 months, and I can smell this over 6 months because it has a weird smell. Things have a weird smell. You don't want to put any
Yeah, that's
product
true.
on your body that has a weird smell. It's no longer effective. It has now turned into poison.
Come on. Really?
Yeah, it has turned into poison.
Wow.
So if you didn't know that, now you know. Oh, look at the grandson.
Say hi.
Hi,
How are you?
good.
Very good.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Oh. So
Yeah.
if there's any more, are there any more questions?
Right. Are there any, as we bring it to a close, I was just thinking that if you don't mind, if you come back on that since the weather is starting to change and talk about how to take care of our skin during the winter, that would be awful nice of you.
Oh yeah. You might want to start now though. That's why I
That's what I'm
recommended
thinking.
the grapeseed oil. If you start now using a grapeseed oil, it'll help with the transition of the weather from August to September and then September to October because that's when our skin gets worse. It starts peeling, it starts itchy. If you're an African American man or woman on here, your skin is dry. Period. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. But in order
Mm.
to minimize that dryness, I recommend using grapeseed oil, going to my bathroom. That's right. Get rid of anything that you have not used. Things don't last that long. So let me look. This
Doreen is also from the UK. So let me just say,
welcome.
all my UK sisters and that are on here that I don't even know you're on here. So glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here today. They
Yes, hold on.
support me.
You said what?
I said they're so supportive of me. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
that's good. Like this right here ends March 2024. This is an aerosol spray healthy toenail tincture. So if anybody that's on here that's a part of the 1212 community, you might have purchased this from me.
I did not.
This expires March, depending on when you purchased it.
And
Depending
what's
on
that
when.
for?
This is for your toenails. It's like a toenail wash.
Oh, a
Yeah.
toenail wash.
hmm Like I have this right here. This is the Mousse technology. This expires February 2024. There are expiration dates on here. And I literally just ordered this. And
Wow.
when they sell, and here's the other thing. When you get products that are on sale, you know why they on sale?
Because it's about to expire soon.
Ding a ling a ling a ling a ling.
Yes.
So
something,
why.
what was I going to say? And we're going to close out. And I thank you so much because I know your schedule is busy. Um,
It is busy, but I'm glad that being on here helped me to be on point
and should I
with
say, I'm glad you're in town.
that part. I'm glad I'm in town too.
She's always traveling, training somewhere, training somebody. And so we had to try to figure out on the calendar when it was good for her to come. I appreciate it. The timing is good. There was something that you said that I wanted to bring up, and now I can't remember. But this was good information. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you giving us some great tips. Oh! You started talking about going to the nailery, and one of the things you were saying was that when they keep your feet in the tub a long time and you're soaking it, how that's not good for you.
No,
You
it's
know
not
how?
good because you can
Yeah,
pick up. Okay, so here's the deal. If you have a community pool in your neighborhood, or if you go to the public pool, they have to use chlorine.
right.
They have to use chlorine, and it has to be at such a high level to where it seems like your eyes are burning, but they're not burning, but they're burning. So nail salons do not take the time to clean, disinfect, and deodorize the foot tubs as they should. That process takes a total of 20 minutes. And if you notice someone getting out of the tub after you saw him or her get out of that tub and they're just spraying
That's
the
all they do.
surface, that's not enough. There's this thing called biofilm. Once biofilm gets on your skin, it starts deteriorating your skin to your toenails. What is the danger? Think about when you wake up in the morning after you slept all night, which is why the dentist always recommends that we brush our teeth, floss our teeth, clean our tongues, and gargle before we go to bed. Because when we wake up in the morning, if you do this with your teeth, with your tongue, that's biofilm.
Mm,
If you don't remove the biofilm, it eats away at your gum line. When it eats away at your gum line, then it gets into your bloodstream.
right,
Then it affects your heart.
right.
No different than your feet.
Really.
The same exact thing. The difference is it's from the outside as opposed to the inside. So you got other microbes from other people coming onto your feet from the pipes. So think about that.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Really. And we do know that they don't really sterilize the way that they should. It's all about the dollar. It's all about getting us in, getting us out, so the next person can get in. And that's some good information. So tell us where you're located, just in case, because there are some people on here that's from your area that might want to come and visit you.
So I have a home-based salon. I'm in my home. It's a private studio. So I'm in Camp Springs, Maryland. I'm right outside of the Washington D.C. area. I'm in the Washington D.C. area, the metropolitan area. You can reach me and find me on my website, theglobalmanicures.com. Follow me on my social media channels, which is the Global Manicures on IG, the Global Manicures on Facebook, and I also have lives on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. I won't be on there this Sunday because I'm going out.
Uh, okay.
But I think I want to do it twice a month, but we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
thank you
thank
so
you so
much.
much for being here and informing us on our bodies and how to take care of it. I do want you to come back. We'll set up something so you can come back and tell us more
Yeah.
about how to take care of it, protect our skin
Protect your skin.
differently than we've been taught how to do it. And I want everybody to. I'll be on again this week. I only usually come on once a week, but I'll be on twice this week. I'll be on again Thursday with Dr. Chuck Morris. He's got an MD. He's an MD, but we'll be on also. He works with NFL and different youth football teams, and he equips them, their bodies and things. He was one of my first coaches, and I can't wait for him to come in so I could tell him about himself, how he treated me when, when he was when he was my uh, when he was my trainer, and he came out of the military, and he treat his mama and I like we was in the military trying to get us in shape.
Oh,
but
wow.
but I'm just kidding. He worked us, and I was telling some of the girls we was when I was talking to them, I said he is the reason why I don't like the stable bike till this day. you know, and he'll be on Thursday. We'll be on at 1 o'clock, and that's on Thursday afternoon. And until we meet again, which will be Sunday, we will have the amazing Madeline Smith on with us, and she'll be talking about how her process and what she's gone through her life because of you know her skin issues and things like that, and how she had to forgive herself and for even for being in a slowful place just because.
Mm.
That'll be on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Hope you can still join us. Thank you so much for taking the time out this evening to be with us. And until we meet again, have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.